start tonight by getting some school principals to talk about their experience of being part of this journey of the last 4 years. And the first principal is Richard Carlser, who has been part of PFP since when, Richard?
2012.
2012, so it's been 2 and a bit years.
Yeah.
In partnership with Nina Wellstead. And Richard and Nina's story are in the book. So for those of you who've got the book, there's a section of stories of possibility.
Starting with this partnership, it was actually an eye-opener for me as a principal. I was appointed in 2009, being a deputy for 10 years, now being appointed as a principal. Going to school, I was just by default. And I heard about this great opportunity of being partnered with a business, somebody who will mentor you, will coach you. I was very skeptical. Our first workshop, I met Nina. It was the thinking, yeah. And here I meet this lady, I don't know what to expect. But wow, the chemistry at that day made me to realize that as a principal, you're not alone in this. We met. Within our group, we had about 5 other principals. We traveled from Morris Isaacson. We went to Ruby Ridge, seeing what's happening at other schools, the networking of it. When I went back to the school, I started to realize that there's a bigger picture out there.
My name is Jane. My partner, Bob Head. Like he said, when they told me about this PFP, I was very skeptical, I must say. I've done it all. I like doing things. I'm all over the show. I'm on Facebook. I tell only good stories. So I had Nina and Richard's story, and I said, wow, I want to be part. That's when I got convinced, when I saw their story. I've been to this awesome, awesome journey. I tell my stories everywhere and every time, and they are never the same.
We'll never defeat poverty if you can't get our education system right. We'll never sustain this country if we'll rely on social grants to resolve the problems of poverty. And it's mainly and through education that we can break the shackles of poverty. But unfortunately, our education system is like an Irish coffee. Those that need education disparately are at the bottom of the system. And those that, fortunately, can't afford education, they're on top of that system, and that we've got the sprinkles of chocolate all over to those that can maneuver the system. Until we get that right, to ensure that the education system in this country addresses the needs of this country, we are not going to succeed or go anywhere. If we can't fix township education, we'll never resolve the problems that we're facing in this country. It's not an obsession to solve township education. It's because the largest numbers of learners in the education system are there. That when you speak about poverty and reconciliation of this country speaking about, it is those parents that have sacrificed their well-being for their children to get better education. These parents are saying, I'll rather suffer in my informal settlement. I'll rather suffer without getting something to eat, as long as my child can be at school. You don't have to disappoint that kind of a parent. So our mission is very simple. Fix township education, position the province, compete with the best in the world. But thank you so much, and thank you for the opportunity and the time. Those that are investing their time, let me assure you, we appreciate it.
I entered this partnership with a mindset, and that was around possibility. And just listening to Richard, I noticed that he mentioned the word possibility twice, because I think we both just probably got it now as part of our DNA. But I think it was inspired a lot by Ben and Rosanda's book, The Art of Possibility, which I read shortly before joining the partnership. We choose to have empathy and be kind to every person we share this country with. We choose to cherish our family and our friends, and we choose to have hope. And that's what this program's given me, together with Richard, is hope.
Well, if you ask me for my official job, I'm a health journalist. So I write about consumer health, but I've done 1 or 2 books, and so when I was approached to write this, I was very excited about it because I'd encountered Louise on Twitter, and I'd come across this program, and I thought, great, somebody's doing something wonderful for education. Get involved. I promise you, you'll be happy, and you'll learn something, and you'll do something for this fantastic country that we live in. I mean, who'd want to live anywhere else? Honestly, we have the best people. We have so much potential. We have the most fabulous children, and I don't think we should fail them. I think we should just say yes and get involved.
I want to thank you, Louise, and all the participants here for starting off 2015 on such an inspirational note. I want to congratulate you on the publication of the book. I already said to Mandy, well done. I want to say to Jane and Richard, you are just amazing. And it's not just talk. From what you've said and from what I've read, you are delivering the goods. You are improving the quality of education in your schools. You've improved the school environment. You are involving more parents. There's a higher level of engagement from the wider community. You're putting your schools right at the center of your communities. You are achieving your performance goals. So I think it's fantastic.
And I've been inspired by everybody, and by you, and Brunt paid great tribute to you, Louise. And, you know, I look around to the room, and I look who's in the room, and I like all of you, I think, I'm just looking at this possibility. So, Louise, to you and all your colleagues, I just want to end by saying you have done an extraordinary job.